Hey guys, James here, and today I want to talk about Shadowlands and my experience so far. I made a video about my first video about Shadowlands. I was super excited. I just wanted to play, and I told all warlocks we are gonna be fine. Changes will come and all of that, but changes didn't come. We are almost on the third month and no changes, which is kind of weird. I don't remember an expansion where I played um, where changes didn't really come. We had more changes in the pre-patch. The pre-patch was actually more fun than we currently have, and I'm not really excited anymore about Shadowlands. Like I said, I'm already thinking about TBC because there the meta established. Everyone knows what's going on, and even though I think now with better players in the TBC realm, the meta will shift a bit. We will see new comps, but overall we pretty much know the meta and how good every class and every spec is, right? In Shadowlands, the problem is we are not having any type of changes really. We have this one class, especially one class that has a huge problem, which are paladins, where reds, I don't mind the one shots, but the off healing is a bit too much insane. As are for enhancement shamans, by the way, it's not only reds. Um, Holy Paladin doesn't really have any counters or any potential to outplay them. If they play well, they you can't really outplay a Paladin because they have answers for everything. And then you have some classes that are just really bad, like Mistweavers and Affliction Warlocks, because the meta is so bursty that they can't really survive the meta or can't keep anyone alive. You go through Cocoon in less than 2 seconds, and Warlocks because the meta eats Affliction Warlock, it's Holy Paladins. I mean, so it's your biggest counter at the moment. The way they are designed, it's actually to counter Warlocks, so you can't really play Affliction. Besides the fact that your damage it's meaningless, you actually do less single target than any other spec in the game, considering Unholy's, DK's, and the Aegis there as well. By the way, those classes actually do more single target damage than an Affliction Warlock does, and your rot damage doesn't really matter when the Holy Paladin and all this hybrid healing gets in the game, right? An enhancement shaman can top them or any teammates at any point. Same with reds, and Holy Paladin just heals the whole team. Even when you wait for the paladin to use wings to heal the pressure, and then you use Dark Soul, he gets a proc of wings, and the team is fine. So you don't really have any win situation. So when I came into Shadowlands, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, thinking I was gonna push rank 1 as Affliction finally. Like for the first time since Wrath of the Lich King, I had time. Um, the last time I actually wanted to try hard, I was a top 5 Warlock in EU in terms of rating, overall rating, and it didn't happen. That was in Rat, obviously. So now I have time. I'm at home. I have 2 monitors, so I can actually play and work at the same time. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna have time for 2 warlocks. To keep 2 warlocks, I'm gonna push rank 1. We are going into AWC. If Affliction is good, I'm gonna actually try hard the game and even level other characters where I'm good at, like a warrior and rogue and shadow priest. And I did that. I leveled my warlock, I leveled my warlocks, I leveled my warrior, my shadow priest, and I even leveled the rogue so we could have comp options. The problem though is that really soon we saw that Affliction wasn't viable, and that's absolutely my best spec. It's not even close. My second best spec is Destro, and that I play, it's Destro, and it's not even close to Affliction in terms of skill, in terms of what I do as Affliction, all of that. It's not even close. And people actually asked me one comment I saw saying, if Destro is good, why do you play Affliction? And the reason is simple. It's because I've played Destro the last 3 or 4 seasons that I played World of Warcraft. So in season 4 of BFA, season 2 of BFA, the last season of Legion, and the season before, because Destro was just superior. It was just a superior spec. I played mostly Destro, and I didn't want to, or I don't want to play Destro anymore. It's not that I like the spec, that I don't like the spec. It's just I'm done with it, kind of, for the time being. Like, I just want to play Affliction. I want to play my favorite spec. And since we are not really trying to compete anymore, we actually went to the first AWC qualifier. We lost because I played Affli. I could have played Destro and we would actually win, but we lost, and we didn't try to queue anymore. Like, that's my experience in Shadowlands. It's just chilling at 2-1 with my warlocks, just upgrading gear, getting the best gear I can, trying to get. Gonna start pushing now to 4 on my 2 warlocks in 2s, just to get the elite weapon, and then I don't know, maybe in a month or two I might push in 3s just to get Gladiator and get the Gladiator mount, and I'll be done with the expansion, because probably by then TBC comes, or at least we know it's coming, and if I can level stuff in Classic, I will level more stuff. Like, I want another Warlock, I want at least 2 Warlocks in Classic TBC, so I still got a level, right? But yeah, my experience in Shadowlands has been overall pretty bad, because we all got baited. If you play the Warlock, we all got baited for Affliction with the redesign. And I knew in the beta, I actually went to the forums and said that Malefic Rapture was gonna be a shit show, and it was just a bad spell overall, and we needed a single target spell. And even though people thought it would be good for Mythic Plus, now we are seeing it's really not that great for Mythic Plus, because while you're ramping up, the other people are already killing the mobs. You're ramping up, so you get at least, I don't know, even at high keys you might get 1, 2 Malefic Raptures. But yeah, guys, like, that's my experience so far. It's not, for me, it's not a good expansion. You can say it's a good expansion, or I can say it's a good expansion, because my focus is PvP. PvP has not been tuned yet. The changes they did are very minimal, and I don't know what's going on. I don't think any PvPer knows what's going on, but we are heading into the third AWC Cup, and it's gonna be the same comps. It's pretty much gonna be the same comps, the same meta. Nothing will change unless they do changes, and let's hope they actually do some changes. I think the expansion itself has a lot of potential, but there's just way too much stuff that they need to fix. Like, one of those I'm actually logged in, which is Venture Warrior and Condemn working with that sentence, for example. It's one of the many interactions that just shouldn't be possible. Just shouldn't. um, and I don't think they will fix everything. I don't think they will fix anything, actually, until the new patch. I think this will be the meta, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope today we see some changes. I highly doubt it, though. At this point, I don't think anyone can expect changes, or anyone expects changes. And while you do have some classes asking for buffs and saying they're bad, like Hunters, there are worse classes than Hunters, still. Yeah, if for some reason Dilipu is watching this video, there are actually worse classes than hunters, bro. Like, way worse, and affliction is one of them. Um, because because besides being countered by by paladins, we are actually countered by his class, which is hunters, and it makes no sense the way they counter us. It's just there's no counterplay anymore in World of Warcraft, and it's just counters, and the difference is noticeable in terms of gameplay. Like, I don't mind having a small counter to help other people outplay me in that class, but right now it's just counters. And when there's no room to outplay, it's just a straight up counter, like Feign Death, for example, is with the legendary and dot damage reduction on hunters, for example. You just don't have fun in the game because, for example, against hunters, all I do is put one UA and try to fear them because I can't really kill them. And when you can't kill a certain spec or certain class, the game makes no sense. Every class should be punishable, and that's what you are actually gonna see in TBC. Is even SL warlocks are punishable and can be killed if they play it wrong. But yeah, guys, another week. Let's see. So far, I'm not enjoying Shadowlands. It's better than BFA for sure, but I'm not enjoying Shadowlands just because PvP ain't tuned. And if I do PvP, I don't give a fuck about if Mythic Plus it's cool, if the raid it's cool, or if I can have 100 ults. Why the fuck do I want 100 ults if whenever I log in, any of those ults can be fucking one-shotted by a rat? That just uses divine tool. He presses one button or two buttons, I guess. He presses fucking wings plus the haste thing, which I don't remind the name. Seraphim, I think. And then he presses divine tool and just does damage to the whole team and fucking kleptos anyone from arena. You even have to remake your character because it got hit by like a 30k judgment, like I've seen, and you go from 90% to 0 in 0.3 seconds, and that is not fun. And until they fix this kind of stuff, or you play Affly and every single game goes to dampening because there's so much off healing if it's not a holy paladin team, but there's a enhancement shaman or a red paladin, or you just go to 40% dampening by default against any other holy paladin teams unless they AFK and you actually manage to kill them. But yeah, guys, like I hope to see some nerfs and some real nerfs. At this point, I don't care about Holy Paladin. Just nerf the shit out of them. Just make them useless in arena like Mistweavers are, and just buff Mistweavers. Um, and fix the class in 9.1. Every Holy Paladin got the maximum amount of rating they can get by now, so you won't really make anyone mad. Well, they will be, but fuck them. To be honest, I'm just done with them. And same with Reds, and same with Enhancement Shamans. So just nerf those classes, let the meta actually be fun for a change. We've had season 4 of BFA, which was super dampening, and now we have this season one of Shadowlands being super dampening, and it's because one class and off healing in general. But yeah, guys, I hope to see some changes tonight, and if there are no changes, let's just wait all together for the TBC announcement in 2 weeks, right? So yeah, peace, boys.